In this video, we're going to go over the 2015 National Latin Exam Level 2. So as always, there'll be embedded items and by listing them out in the quiz, you'll get an easy free 100. Let's start at number 1. Huyas pueri hikaikuk. Huyas in the genitive case. And so of this boy, and you know that of course huyas means this and these. So we're looking for of this boy. C is our answer there. Legentur, the stories. Now, you cannot understand this without having to look at the passive. Aintor. So not that the stories are reading, and it's not going to be have been read, because that would be, of course, a periphrastic, lecti sunt, and it's not were reading, so here it is will be read. The difficulty would be if they would try to judge you to whether you knew that this was a future, legere, third conjugation with an E, but instead what they helped you out with the fact that obviously they've made a passive, so will be read is the answer there. Propter is a preposition that is going to require its object to be in the accusative. Remember, the only two answers that could be the object of a preposition are going to be accusative or ablative. Propter on account of the periculum, danger. And clarime. Clarime is superlative, so it's not going to be quickly, that's clariter. Not more quickly, that's clarius. Not rather quickly, that's also clarius. Those are both expressions of comparison. Here it's going to be very quickly or most quickly. The Roman gladiators, errant, were. All linking verbs are equal signs, so we need to find a nominative to go in there, and it is the viri fortes nominative, not the accusative, not the genitive plural, and not the accusative singular. Me cum, with me. You've got the word cum right there, so with me, and so the answer here is D as in dog. Quote, how many? Quote as in quota. How many are 20, beginti, minus 10? Well, that's going to be then 10, just simple math that you have there. Decorari, the Roman leader ordered the city to be decorated. Long ARE, to decorate, becomes the passive, present passive infinitive, decorari, to be decorated. That's your first item to insert into this easy quiz embedded decorari. Next, scripturus. You note the from this verb scribo, scribere, scribi, scriptus. And scripturus, putting the UR makes it a future active, about to write, and so therefore your answer is B as in boy. Number 10, after a few years, palkos means a few, Crassus was able to buy many, very many, it's plurimos, or plurimas, it's a superlative apartment building, so to buy, it's just merely a regular old infinitive. That should have been an easy one. Et used correlatively means, of course, both and, so A is your answer there. Either or, remember as out. Next, that poet is better, melior, and then the ablative, by, with, because of, from, in, on, at, than is the translation, better than this one, from hic, haec, hoc, so better than this one, C as in cat. Rati errant, it is a perfect passive participle, plus an errant, for this would be the imperfect of the verb to be, makes for a pluperfect passive verb, had been plowed, been plowed. Were plowed or have been plowed, that would have been a sunt, the present of the verb to be paired with the perfect passive participle. Mihi placet. Man, do they love asking about placet. It is pleasing to me. But they won't give you it is pleasing to me. So it would be the, of course, equivalency, I like. Tuba in the ablative. The messenger will give the signal. Tuba, by, with, because of, from, in, on, at, a trumpet. And so here your ablative expression is with a trumpet. The princeps, the emperor, was being praised. Your ablative of personal agent, a or ab, plus ablative by his own soldiers. And so therefore, D is in dog, by his own soldiers. Tertia ora. Tertia is, of course, the ordinal, not trace, but tertia, third. And it's in the ablative by, with, because of, from, in, on, at, the third hour. And so therefore, that's what you have there. It's not in the accusative, that would be for 3 hours, and plus it would be the word trace, or doesn't have the word post, doesn't have the word ante. Fair auxilium, bring help. Dic, duc, fucking fair, had an E, but it isn't there. Those are all commands to a singular item, and so bring help. None, remember, is going to expect the question to have a yes answer. So none, surely you want. Well, they don't give you a surely you want, but which one of these English expressions expects a yes answer? Do you want? That's neutral. It's either yes or no. Don't you want? That is more so expecting the yes, yeah, the yes answer. So your answer here is B as in boy. There is no word cooer, and you won't want to be, of course, expecting a no answer. That's another word, noom. But here's your second item that you're going to be putting in. None cupis, 2 words. N-O-N-N-E, second word, C-U-P-I-S, make sure there's a space. Telemachus is the son of Odysseus. So who was the son of Daedalus that flew too close to the sun? Icarus. Remember that Daedalus was escaping from the labyrinth and made the wings out of wax and feathers. What is a typical response if a friend asks you, quid noe, literally, what of the new, as in what's happening, what's new? And you could say, nihil, nothing. If somebody says what's new, you wouldn't say hello. If somebody said what's new, you wouldn't say the best, and you wouldn't say badly, but rather, what is of the new? Nothing is of the new. Not much is happening new. Number 22, what mythological hero, or where did the mythological hero Theseus journey to seek the Minotaur? He went to this island right here of Crete. That is the island of Crete. Remember, your islands are Sicily, Crete, Cyprus. Crete is the island it is here. It's the southern boundary of the Aegean Sea. So he went to Crete. What does the abbreviation EG? Exempli, gratia, it means for the sake of an example. Note well would be NB, and thank you would be gratias tibi ago, or gratias ago, I drive thanks. The Latin phrase dramatis personae often introduces a list of characters in a theater production. It literally means the people of the drama. Where might a Rhodian audience see a spectacle featuring a retiarius, secutor, bestiarius, venatio? Retiarius is a gladiator, a secutor is a gladiator, a bestiarius is a gladiator, and a venatio is a gladiator beast hunt. And so it's going to be in the amphitheater where the gladiators, of course, do their thing. What sea is indicated by the white star on the map? Well, let's go backwards. Mediterranean, that'd be the whole sea. The Black Sea is right here. That's the one above modern-day Turkey, or Asia Minor, if you would like. The Adriatic Sea is right here. And this is the Tyrrhenian Sea, leaving this one between Greece, right here, and Asia as the Aegean Sea. So your answer here for number 26 is the Aegean Sea. If a friend says that a certain chain of stores is ubiquitous, you know that means everywhere. Ubi, where. What Latin verb is at the root of English words relate, fero feri tuli latus, reference, fero feri tuli latus, and translation, fero feri tuli latus? It's pharaoh. Quisum, who I am. As a question, who am I? I climb down from Olympus to the earth. I am the messenger of the gods. I have wings, ally, on my feet. That, of course, is the messenger god, Mercurius. Mercurius, the messenger god. Neptunus, remember, is of the seas. Janus is the two-headed god of beginnings and ends, why we have January and doorway, Januar, and Mars is the god of war. At the Battle of Actium, the forces of Antony and Cleopatra fought with those of. Antony was the rival of Octavian. Octavian is your answer. Julius Caesar and Pompey also fought a civil war, but Octavian fought the last one against Antony, and that's your third item that you're going to be putting in, Octavian, to be able to get the easy 100 for proving that you've watched this. So let's read the passage, and then I'll pick one word from the passage that will be the fourth and final item. So Tarquinius Superbus encounters the Sibyl. The Cumaean Sibyl, remember, the one who is the oracle of Apollo down in the Bay of Naples that essentially led Aeneas into the underworld. So it says, Tarquinius Superbus, the seventh king of Rome. Tarquin the Proud, Superbus means proud. He was living in a splendid palace. They give it to you on the right-hand side. In the forum, on one day, because of from in on at, the king saw a woman, a walking woman, walking through the street near the palace. See, that same word, regiam, is there. They will not underline and gloss it again. This woman, haec femina, was the Sibyl, who was able to, just bird word it, that means to say the English word that looks like it directly is from it, predict the things about to be. And what are the neuter, plural, substantized things about to be? From sumesse fui, that would be the future. But Tarquinius, non agnoit, did not recognize her. The king thought, quis est haec femina? Who is this woman? The woman said, dico dicere dixi dictus, no word, and departed, left, discacit. Post 3 on the following day, the woman, who now was carrying 9 books, these are known as the Sibylline books, she came back, re wainit, to the forum. She from is ea id, and remember, is he, ea she, id it, entered. So she did enter into the palace from the word before, and she sought multam pecuniam, much money, on behalf of the books. The king responded, these books are more dear, but over here it is translated, as it's underlined idiomatically, too expensive. I will not give, dodari dedidatus, money to you. Therefore, the woman, she threw 3 books into the fire in ignem, in post-accusative, and departed, discacit. On the following day, the same price is your idem pretium, so your subject here is the Sibyl. The Sibyl, the one seeking, present active participle modifying Sibylla, the same price, accusative direct object, of the Petain's participle, she came back, and the king proclaimed again, these books are cariores, too expensive. Therefore the woman threw 3 books into the fire and departed. At last the king declared, I have erred. I have made a mistake. Therefore, Tarquinius gave, dodari dedidatus, the first price, primum pretium, to the dative woman. Now, I know how it's a dative because we have a ditransitive verb, and he accepted the remaining 3 books. The king placed or put, pono ponere posui positus, put or place, these books into the temple, in plus accusative. Afterwards, these books were giving a good advice to the Romans, the receiver of that direct object, dative case here, you can see the ditransitive verb, and saved, often was saving Rome from the danger. Your 4th and final item that you'll be putting in for the quiz is posuit, from pono, ponere, posui. So you have the perfect stem posu, and then your perfect ending est. It did place, has placed, did put, has put. And now you'll be able to answer all of these questions that you have down here at the bottom. Keep studying, and good luck. Do well on the NLE.